Hello, everybody. It is me, EarthBound, and today we are here with Nura and the Demon Clan Demon Capital. So, I'm gonna do this video in two parts. Part one is that I'm only at episode 11 right now, and I'm gonna watch episode 12 to 24 soon. But so far, the second season of Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan is honestly it's pretty awesome. It's a pretty cool continuation, and it continues pretty well. And at least like with this anime, it came out like a year later, I'm pretty sure. So it was like a seasonal thing. And the second season just builds upon the lore still in the second season. So then in the first couple episodes we see the introduction of all of like the yokai hunters, like human hunters that kill yokai, and seeing like the girl with the Rukio's voice actor, and seeing like her like brother and her family and stuff like that. That stuff was pretty interesting to see, and seeing the difference with between the yokai and human powers. And then after that, we go into flashbacks where we see what the grandpa's life was like back when he was the leader of their yokai clan, and it was honestly pretty awesome to see that flashback. I like it when series do that. I think that they did that with Avatar, and that like short arc that they did in Avatar, showing the first Avatar, was honestly pretty awesome and pretty artistic. And then with us seeing the life of Nura's grandfather in this series was pretty awesome to see for a few episodes. And then after that arc, we got to see Nura train. He did a training camp arc, which was like 4 episodes. We got introduced to new characters. The Weasel guy is pretty cool. The guy that turns into a girl at nighttime is honestly pretty funny. And I like the Ninja Turtle. That is a Ninja Turtle. That guy that's a Kappa spirit in this series. That it looks like a Ninja Turtle, and his voice is pretty cool. There's a lot of voice actors that I recognize in this, and I hate how we can't have lots of voice actors in anime now, because you usually hear the same voices in like in like most of the seasons of anime, because they want to do a whole bunch, they don't have enough voice actors. But in the past, because they pick certain voice actors for certain series, we got to hear a whole bunch of different voices for everyone. So it's cool to see a whole bunch of different voices and a whole bunch of voices that I recognize. And the main villain in episode that was introduced in the first episode of the series was pretty cool. I really like the girl with the black hair and stuff like that. And I also really enjoyed how they showed how he became a yokai in the first episode of the series. That was really interesting to see how he activated it when he was a kid. It was a flashback in the first season, but they used the first episode of the second season to show how he got his powers instead of it being a flashback. And the comedy is like I said in my first review for the first season, the comedy is like way better in the series. Like there isn't a lot, but when they use it, it works. The his friends in the series, they aren't there as much as the last season, but they're still there a lot. So because this season is more of like the yokai side of things, I'm pretty sure, instead of the human side, because there was more human, because it was like the first season was like half and half, and this season is like more yokai than human, if you get what I mean. But so far, the first 11 episodes are awesome. The opening for this one I really like the opening for this one. I said that my favorite opening is this opening of the first season. I haven't watched the second opening for the second season yet, but season two's first opening, good. Then it's season one's first opening, then season one's second opening. But I don't. But once I see the second, once I see the second opening for season two, I might need to change the list, or it could be the worst one. But the ending song for this series is pretty cool too. A lot of the comments on the ending are people asking why is there an orange. I don't know. I'll probably have to search that. It's just weird, but the ending song really works. Same thing with the opening, and the song for the opening reminds me of a song that I would hear in a Katekyo Hitman Reborn thing or a different anime. But the opening was pretty awesome. Like the music is pretty good. The series still has an amazing music, and Nuriran's his name, the main character's song whenever when he transforms into a yokai. I like that song, or whatever when he's traveling with his what is it called, 100 demons thing. The music that they use is pretty awesome, and the voice actors, like I said before, are pretty good. And those are my thoughts so far. I'll be back in I guess a few moments, because I'll do like a little texting right here. But I'll tell you what I thought about the rest of the series. But so far, I'm loving it. Ooh, wait 1 second. Before I forget, the yokai side of himself seemed really weird towards like the training arc because they're trying to make him more like his grandfather, but I wish that he wasn't like that because like he seems like his for some reason his personality when he was in his yokai form for a longer time than nighttime, his personality it changed a little bit. I guess I'm just not used to seeing his yokai form act like normal. Because it just seems weird seeing him act like non-serious and stuff like that, like seeing him act like natural. So it was a weird thing to see, but so far I love his yokai form, and his human form isn't getting that much spotlight, but it's still pretty cool to see. Back with another update about with me watching Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan, Demon Capital. Now, so far, the first season is still kind of confusing with the timeline and stuff like that with the second season, but it still works. But the main enemy so far, I can't tell if she's human or yokai, but I guess it still pretty much doesn't matter. But I just wanted to discuss my favorite characters so far. So I like the main character, Ryuko. He's pretty cool in his yokai form. Is pretty cool. Then it goes the Ice Girl Surara. Then it goes Itsuku. Itsuko, that's the weasel guy with the scythe things. Then it goes Gyuki. Then Kana. Then the gender bend guy that turns into a girl that's half angel and half demon. I think that backstory is pretty awesome. And the opening and endings for the second season, both of them are pretty catchy. And if I were to rank how I like the openings and endings, I would rank the openings as number one, the second season's opening; number two, the first season's opening; then number three, the second season opening; then number four, the first season second opening. And then for ending songs, I have to go season two, ending one; and then number two, season two, ending two; number three, season one, ending two; and then season four, season one, ending one. So pretty much, I like second seasons better than the first one, but those are pretty much my list with that. And now we get into the real stuff. I'm on episode 19 right now. I can't believe what happened to the grandpa at that season. I stopped. I didn't watch the whole thing yet. I'm on 19 minutes out of the 23 minutes, and I'm just like, really? He got stabbed in the back. Then he got stabbed in the. He got slashed in the back. Then he got stabbed through the heart. Like, what is even going on? Like this isn't like a complete review because I wanted to go all over the place with this one, but because my thoughts weren't contained. Like there's so many theories that I thought that the ending would go in, but none of them are going the way that I think that they would go because my mind just thinks of many possibilities, but then the story is so linear and sometimes one-dimensional, and the fight with the giant spider dude was just going on for way too long. Like, how are they gonna end this? Those are my thoughts right now. I just wanted to do a short list of what I've thought so far, and that's pretty much what I'm thinking so far. I have no idea how this is gonna end, but I have no idea how the ending of my final thoughts is what's going to come up next to these random thoughts that I've been having in the middle of this review. So I guess I'll see you guys in a few moments. Okay, it's time to talk about the ending of Nura, the Rise of the Yokai Clan, Demon Capital. The ending, oh my god, the ending was worth it. The ending was worth it, especially the dream sequence when Rukio was doing his dream sequence with him in his yokai form with his dad and his grandpa. That scene was just worth it. Like everything. That scene was just awesome and cute and like so heartwarming. I just loved it. Overall, the ending, I thought that it was kind of like messy, but the plot like went that way. One of the things that I hated with my final thoughts of this review is that I hated it how every single one of the enemies was like beyond the main character. Like why would you even why would this be the next arc after the last arc unless we skipped a few arcs? Because this arc was just like everyone was like 5 to 10 times stronger than the main characters. Even the side characters, even the characters that you thought like showed secret abilities somehow get defeated instantly. And even the ending was just like, at first the ending seemed cool with them all teaming together, but then it was just like like why would you end it like that? Like that's such like a weird place to do for a chapter, but at least it gives things into. And I also can't believe that season one and season two is 1 year or 2 years, because that's like, I think he was in the first season, I think he was 11, and in the second season he's 12. But overall, I really enjoyed season two of Nura, and I just I loved it, and I if season 3 ever happened, it probably wouldn't, but I might even buy the mangas to read the mangas online, or even buy them in real life if I'm able to. I'm probably gonna have to, like, if there is an English translation of it, I'm probably gonna buy it and probably get all the chapters, because it's a really amazing story, and even though that it was sort of messy towards the end, I enjoyed it for what it was, and I really love every single one of the characters in it, and that's pretty much my overall thoughts of this series. It was enjoyable, and I honestly can't believe who the enemy was at the ending. Like, at first, I thought, this is spoilers by the way, I thought that it would have been cool if that was his real sister, like somehow, but then it ended up being like the reincarnation of his father's wife and stuff like that. But so far, I also hated how his friends had like no part in this arc, because it was weird seeing them even be there. They shouldn't have even went. It was just odd to see them at the ending. But overall, I really enjoy the series. I recommend it if you haven't seen it, but if you're here, then you've probably seen it. And these were my overall thoughts on what I thought of the series. I really enjoyed this week of me watching this series. It was really fun and stuff like that. So I would give this series an 8 out of 10, because I feel like it, and that's how I'm going to review this stuff. If not, I would call it awesome tacular. So that has been my review. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a dislike if you don't like this type of review. And I'll see you guys in my next review whenever I find another series to talk about, or even one of my current series that I'm talking about. Well, I'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.